Streaming is not hard, that's a given, but it's kind of weird to get back in the mindset after 2 weeks of the opposite of streaming. What's the opposite of streaming, you might ask? Asking what we're gonna get for lunch a minute after you finish breakfast, and then rehearsing the phrase that you're gonna say to order lunch, the 3-hour interval between breakfast and lunch. So that's like very considerate communication. This is the opposite. I'm just saying like whatever pops into my head and like letting it fly, you know, full auto, while also reading simultaneously at the same time. I gotta get back into the mindset, man. Yeah, vacation makes you acutely aware of how much work is. Okay, let's not go crazy. It is mostly playing video games. Your job is probably hard. Nah, not really. I'm mostly just responding to emails. Okay, well, you know what? But that's good. I'm glad those jobs exist. I'm glad you're not working at the mud factory with your shirt off, heaving those huge pipes around, getting a couple of beers with your lads after you finish. Hey, after work happy hour's over, you want to keep the party going? Sure, let me just send a text real quick. Next thing you know, it's 1 a.m. You're hopping out of the club like that Balenciaga model looking for what the fuck a 1997 Toyota Sienna looks like from the Uber you just ordered. We've all been there, man. It's Pride Month. Live a little, okay? So true. Thank you for remembering. I'm probably like the best ally in the world, to be honest with you. Any other straight motherfuckers out there, full-faced, asking their chat, hey gay guys, do you find balls sexually attractive? No, they're too scared. I'm not scared, I'm curious. Like, cause I don't. You already did this bit? I know, but it's like, it's interesting to me. The cock I get, it has like, maybe this is like straight brain, but I'm like, it has an obvious function. And it undergoes a change, which, as we all know from like storytelling 101, is like the most important part of like having an impact. The balls, ancillary, you know, they're kind of like, they're there. They do move around a little bit, but they're mostly like a little bit more like behind the scenes. It's like a stage manager versus like the play director. Mostly I'm annoyed because I've got like, my balls are kind of fucked up. Like I got a one normal size ball, and then I got one that used to be huge, and then I had the surgery, and now it's not huge, but it's definitely demonstrably bigger than the other one. Don't panic, it's been like that for 20 years. You got nothing to worry about. I don't have good balls. The shaft I'll leave up to the imagination. That's neither here nor there. The important thing is I don't know what I'm doing with it. I got bad balls too. Listen, I didn't say bad. I got like there's a little like Forrest Whitaker type asymmetry going on, but asymmetry can be attractive in its own way, right? Tell me I'm right about that one, please. You should be balls maxing. Get it twisted. It's so, like, by the way, I think this is self-aggrandizing. It's so nice to still have it, because you don't know, man. When I came back, let me just put it this way. The man who left, or the man who came back, was not the man who left. And I don't know at this point if I don't recognize the man that stepped on the plane, or if I don't recognize the man that stepped off. I'm still trying to, like, reason that out. But the banter's still in there. And I did, because it was 2 weeks without it, you know? If you don't use it, you lose it. Well, some people maybe. Oh. I don't know what I'm talking about. I've been out of the discourse for 2 weeks. People pop into my chat. Hey, NL, what do you think about cishet boyfriends of bisexual baddies going to functions at Pride? And I'm like, none of these words mean anything to me. I don't know what... I'm not the guy who should be weighing in on that kind of stuff. Please tell me what you think. I'm not cool enough to ever been invited to like a Pride party. I don't think people are like, he's homophobic. I think they're just like, look at him. He's not the guy you want at the Pride party. Maybe if they do like a board game night or something, he'd come there and do his impression of like, you know, hey, what if Tom Hardy as Bane played Frasier Crane in the Frasier Crane reboot. Niles! I don't have a cup with me. I wish maybe an old Coke can. Niles! You thought the Zinfandel was your ally. You merely adopted it. You don't want me at the parade. What am I gonna do? Clap? Yeah? I wish him the best, don't get me wrong. I understand why they don't invite me. I'm a boyfriend of a bi woman. Is this like a BYE, like, my wife left! My heart! She took the kids to a birthday party at David Buster's! Because it's expensive. Just take the money? Okay. Speaking of which, people are saying Twitch raised sub prices. I see how it is. Inflation is outstripping wage growth. We need to raise the salaries of all workers. Not streamers, though. Not streamers. Okay, man. Fuck me, I guess. I thought we were all united, in struggle, but apparently not. We Joker gets invited to the function. You can just tell, man. You can just tell. Just look at him. You're invited to the function. You're invited to the function. Let's be honest. That's me. He's creeping everybody out. They're like, why are you here not having fun but pretending to have fun? And I'm like, because I never learned how to do it any other sort of way, honestly. Clown is good, though. He's not invited to my function either, honestly. Did you really re-roll for the bit? Okay. You got me. I do have questions. And you got answers. Go ahead and ask them. I feel like I'm like a straight astronaut, which, as we know from Neil Armstrong, Michael Collins, and Buzz Aldrin, would probably make me one of the first. I'm going out into like gay space and like learning about it and then bringing the information back to my social circles where they're like, man, why the fuck are you talking about this? We're trying to enjoy just our trip to the grocery store. What are you talking about? Well, I'm saying I have questions and I need you to answer them. It's going to be an elite bit. I don't know about that. Like, here's a question I have, and I'm just being it's not about the balls anymore. That's a solved question. I'm sure it's different for every person. It's different for every partnership, etc. What's the ratio of face-to-face versus hitting it from the back? Same goes for straight people. I'm sure it's a different ratio depending on your preferences and stuff. 50-50? See, that's crazy to me, like in a curious way. Because I'm like, anatomically, I don't think I could do it face to face. Like, does it... I don't think I'm that flexible, or am I underestimating my own abilities? Pillows? Is it like an ankles on shoulders type of thing that changes the kinematics of it? Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. See, we're learning something. Please pick a planet. Why are you so intimidated by this conversation? I think it's a good question, bro. Because when I was a teenager, I would have said it's 0% face-to-face and 100% back shots. Because that just seemed to make the most sense to me. But as I got older, I'm like, people, you live a long life. You mix it up. I'm sure 50-50 is still, it's a surprise to me. Babysitting in Japan. Daniel, you're just in time. Daniel Raiders, perfect timing. We were just asking the gay community what percentage of gay intercourse is face-to-face versus back shots. You may be surprised to find that the consensus seems to be that it's about an even split. And we didn't even get into is it called cowboy and reverse cowboy? Or do you just stick with the nomenclature that they've been using like in the straight community forever? Like, are you like, let's switch it up and go reverse cowboy tonight? I guess that's hitting it from the back. But I'm not good at the shape rotating. So I'm like, maybe it's flipped a little bit or like inverted. I'm in tears. I'm the only one asking questions that we want to know the answers to, man. Please stop. My sister's watching. Wouldn't it be way more embarrassing for your sister to be like, oh, my fucking brother is watching this dude let's play Balatro again. Oh, I gotta dump my queens because I got ride the bus. Like, this is it, man. The connection between people and the fucking insanity and the variance and the diversity in human experience, even though we're all made of the same stardust. That's what unites us, brother. Can I ask another question? Missionary, and I think most people would agree with me here, probably considered the default straight intercourse position, which leads to it being maligned as vanilla. Is it inverted in the gay community? Are backshots like, oh, backshots again, and missionary is like, oh, like they're mixed, or is it still the default? It's personal preference. I get you're saying don't ask me what my personal preference is. Okay, so I'm not trying to like cause a problem for you or anything. I'm just asking if there was a consensus that you could glean, because it's different for like I'm not trying to knock you off your high horse, okay? Straight people could pull that card too. Could be like, actually, for some people, missionary is not the default. You'd be like, shut up, motherfucker! It's Pride Month. So now I'm giving you your space to talk about it and to educate me a little bit, and you're telling me, oh, it depends. No, fucking give me the magic bullet. Give me the secret answer that you're not telling people. Missionary's goated when you want to see your partner's face. You know, you're not lying, but it has the same energy as that tweet that's like, yo, water hits like crazy when you're thirsty. You're like, of course. That's what it's fucking there for, man. Like, I get you're not... You didn't do anything wrong, but I'm like, you know, yeah, obviously. Like, food goes crazy when you're hungry. So what I'm saying is I'm probably the only honest ally. Because, like, I feel like a lot of straight people would quietly or loudly support the gay community, which is great. And then like a smaller proportion would ask these kind of questions, but I always feel like there's almost like a Louis Theroux type, like, let's see how they do it on the other side. Like, isn't that unusual? I'm coming at it because I want to know more about you. I want to know, like, because we're all human beings, man. You ever been pegged? First off, that's a fucking personal ass question. Secondly, thank you for asking me, because I just got off of 2 weeks of like 7-Eleven staff being so unreasonably polite to me, which made me feel like even worse about myself. So to have someone like really go over the top with a fucked up question you should never ask a stranger actually makes me feel like I'm at home, which I really appreciate. Thirdly, no, but I just think like, I mean, I'm not that interested in the idea of it, for one. And then secondly, like after I had the food poisoning incident, I just don't want to subject, you know, the woman that I love to being in that area, especially if she's never really expressed an interest in wanting to really be closer to it. So it also, just for me personally, like it seems annoying to me. And this is in solidarity. It's not like an, ooh, gross, how do you do this? It's more like it must be annoying sometimes. I would want to do like some hair maintenance back there. And it's hard to do like by yourself because my arms aren't that long. And then like, I'm sure you got to do a little prep in advance to make it safe and fun for everybody. So like, I mean, it just seems like a lot of work for me to do. But like, you know, I don't know. Her birthday's still pretty far away, but talk to me next year if she was interested in it. I don't know. For me though, I don't really see the, you're right, ectoplasm, thank you. I don't see the appeal for me personally, but I mean, there's gotta be something to it, right? People are doing it. Too lazy to bottom? Well, I don't know, because I feel like, I'm like way out of my depth now. I mean, these are important questions. I'm trying to interface, okay? This is a genuine question. Follow me from the start of the sentence to the end. In straight, penis in vagina intercourse, can the woman be considered a top? Or is the man always the top by virtue of being the one doing the penetrating? Because it's not, because you can bottom from the top, right? You know what I mean by that? If individual A is riding individual B, by default, I would assume that individual A, by doing the riding, is the top. But sometimes I guess you could probably be on top from a spatial orientation standpoint, but occupy the roles and responsibilities of a bottom. Oh, and you're right. Now we're in It's Always Sunny territory. I won't be Googling any of this because it used to be like, don't Google it. You might learn something that's uncomfortable. Now it's like, don't Google it. Google will tell you to drink fucking antifreeze and you'll die. I'd rather ask real human beings who hopefully have some experience living it and then could tell it to me, and then we've learned something about the world that we're in, okay? Can we change the name to Horny Tuesday? I'm not sprung. I'm asking questions about sex. That's very different than like horny posting. Like, did you notice that when I talked about straight sex, I said penis and vagina? I didn't say like throbbing hard cock in wet pussy. Like there's a different, you code switch depending on whether it's like a learning experience, like whether you're in an educational mode or it's like you're on the job, okay? Please stop. You're babies. You won't survive the coming winter. You're babies. You know that was like a health class in the 6th grade, is you walk up and pull a funny word out of a hat and then you have to like say fucking balls without laughing in front of 30 other kids your age who are all trying not to laugh while you say Wait, class, today we're going to teach you that these are just words, okay? Words aren't funny. To demonstrate this, we're going to have you do stand-up comedy saying the funniest word you're aware of while everybody in the class laughs at you. Clitoris. No, you guffawed. Do it again. Squirt. It's just skin, man. It's something. I don't really know what it is, honestly. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? Speed, why are you suppressing your guffaw, good sir? What is it? My mother is completely devoid of a house, sort of. I wish I had more questions for the gay community, but I guess I pretty much got it all figured out now. I guess, actually, I do have one more question, I suppose. In a gay marriage, who picks what you eat for dinner? Because, like, in a straight marriage, it's obvious. Boom, the wife. Are you fucked in the head? Yes, but, like, what made you ask? Just out of curiosity. My wife doesn't always pick. We do a group decision. Fellas? Who's gonna tell him? Oh, man. I'm just joking. Maybe you do. I don't know. 2 is a group? That's not what I'm getting at, but there's like an element of that, I suppose. My boyfriend always says he's down for whatever, and then I pick. By the way, so that's how I handle it too. But I do think that that's probably got to be frustrating, right? Like, sometimes you're probably like, damn, why doesn't he just say, like, what he actually wants? But, like, I'm here to tell you, some dudes are just a simple kind of man. I'm always just happy to be eating. For me, it's kind of like favorite color discourse. Like, I don't have a favorite color until someone asks me what my favorite color is. If someone is like, hey, what are you craving for dinner tonight? I'm like, nothing. I guess, like, in a literal sense, food. Like, it's a tough-ass question. If you could have any food on the planet, what would you want to have? I don't know. Something that gets here quick? Like, I don't know. I think that it's easy to think that someone's being deferential and disingenuous. Like, I'm sitting there like, oh, I hope she says Indian food. I could really go for some Indian food tonight. For some reason, the hormones in my body and my endocrine system and everything they really want garam masala. I got a garam masala deficiency, but really, I'm just mostly chilling. I will always choose some shit that's gonna make me die young. You know what I was craving after I got back from Japan? A salad that doesn't fucking suck ass. No disrespect to the proud nation of Japan. Facts. Two. Oh, you're right. Don't add cards. Don't add cards. Thank you. Thank you. Asia does not fuck with salad. They're doing it wrong. I'm sorry to say it. I'm pushing my Western ideals of salad. They're not doing it right salad-wise over there. So much corn, so much mayonnaise. It's just... Sometimes I can't even, man. What does North America fuck up? That's a great question. It's hard because I'm here. I'm trying to think, what would be a food that more frequently is fucked up in North America? Bread? No, see, you guys, hang on. I gotta send a message real quick. Sorry, Daddy had some business to do. I think that the idea that North American bread sucks is I think it's steeped in ignorance. The bread at the grocery store that comes from like one central bakery in Wisconsin sucks ass for sure. But there's great bread like that's very easily accessible in North America. And it was baked by Europeans? Okay, I don't know what you want me to say. I'm not fucking with Europe's bread. That's what the fuck you were doing before you got to the New World. And then we're like, oh shit, tomatoes, potatoes, like all the shit that's emblematic of European cuisine now. I'm just saying, show some fucking respect. The Romans had tomatoes. Listen, chat, is this real? That doesn't seem right to me. Pepperoni when the tomatoes... I don't know where I can't even make the jokes anymore. You know when Ben Stiller meets Cameron Diaz in There's Something About Mary, and it plays that like, why do birds suddenly appear every time we are near? You think that's how Pepperoni felt when Tomato walked into the function? Just like me, they long to be close to you, yeah. Just chatting. You did say you were the only straight astronaut today. That's because Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins were fucking and sucking each other in the lunar module. And if I was to write a book of speculative historical fiction, it would be that Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins were a gay throuple, but 1960s American society would shun them for their lifestyle choices. So the tragedy, the beauty, but also the tragedy is that the only time they actually got to live authentically to what they wanted was when they were on the moon. Fucking and sucking and jerking and I don't know. There's probably a bunch of other stuff I'd have to... I mean, that's why it takes a long time to write books. Only 2 of them were on the moon? Listen, Michael Collins was on the moon. He was fucking in lunar orbit, okay? That's on the moon as far as I'm concerned. Where else was that motherfucker? He wasn't on Earth. He wasn't on Mars. Is it harder to get a boner in space? That's a good question. Wouldn't it be easier? Unless you were... Wait, let me think about... I think if you're like... Wouldn't it be harder if you were... There's no question. If you're standing up, it would be easier because you're lifting less... Like your dick weighs less. So it should be easier to get a boner. By that same logic, I think laying down on your back, easier to get a boner because you're lifting the dick up. However, if you're in like a top-down situation, like a planking pose, wouldn't it be harder? Because like your dick's trying to like float away because there's no gravity. So like it gets filled with blood, which pushes it like straight down, but then space is like, give me that dick. And you got to be like, no, dude. What are you talking about? There's no gravity, man. Why are you gay posting? A, it's pride. B, it's not gay to have a dick. It's science.
You're a rich girl, and you've gone too far, 'cause you know it don't matter anyway.
Say what?
You're gonna lie on the old man's money, You can rely on the old man's money.
It's a bitch, girl, but it's gone too far, 'cause you know it doesn't matter anyway. I gotta find it. Say money, money won't get you too far, get you too far. Okay, I gotta find the higher octave. Just give it a second.
Don't you know? Don't you know?
He's pretty good.
Oh, that it's wrong. Take what he's giving you.
So far gone on your own. But you can get along if you try to be strong, but you'll never be strong. Oh, 'cause you're a rich girl and you've gone too far, as you know it don't matter anyway. You can rely on the old man's money. You can rely on the old man's money. It's a bitch, girl, and it's gone too far, 'cause you know it don't matter anyway. Say money, money won't get you too far, get you too far.
High and dry, out of the rain. It's so easy to hurt others when you can't feel pain. And don't you know?
Hello, Jasky. That a love can grow. Ooh, because there's too much to give, 'cause you'd rather live for the thrill of it all. Oh, you're a rich girl, and you've gone too far, 'cause you know it don't matter anyway. You can rely on the old man's money. You can rely on the old man's money. It's a bitch, girl, and it's gone too far, 'cause you know it don't matter anyway.
Say money, but it won't get you too far. Say money, but it won't get you too far. Say money, but it won't get you too far. Get too far.
And you say you can rely on the old man's money. You can rely on the old man's money. You're a rich girl, ooh, you're a rich girl, yeah.
Say money, but it won't get you too far. Hey.